So I want to be transparent and vulnerable and really put myself out there because I take full accountability for the direction I've driven my life into. I'm 26. I'm in a relationship. I'm so happy. It's taken all 26 years of my life to finally meet my person, and I feel like everything's going right. And maybe I don't have like this huge like fancy career, and I don't have like accolades and stuff to brag about. It would be nice, to share my new life with someone, and I don't got no damn friends. I don't got no damn friends. And it's my fault. People have gravitated towards me in the past, and I had friends like in high school, and I made like maybe 2 friends when I was in college for a little bit, but eventually like I pushed them all away. And I take full accountability for the fact that like people actually cared about me. People actually wanted to be my friend. People actually wanted to be like, like near me and around me. And I find that so hard to even like rationalize like, yeah, there were people that actually did like me for me. And I didn't realize that. And I decided to, I guess, befriend people that didn't have my best interests at heart. And I didn't realize it because I was just so trapped and stuck in this one way of friend. Like, essentially, like, trauma bonding to someone means that they're my real friend. Or if I can relate to them in a traumatic way, maybe they understand me more, and I can't have friends that don't understand me, so I'm gonna befriend this person that truly doesn't give a shit about me. And now I'm here with an egg on my face because the people that actually cared about me and wanted to be around me, I decided that I can't compartmentalize my friendships, and it's either one way or another, but I can't have friends that I can't relate to, and that's my downfall. So I wanted to start out by saying that one friend in particular that I met in 2021, and I was roommates with her, and I feel like initially we had like this really good bond, and we related in some things, but I think like it was mostly our mannerisms that were the same, and I think that was what drawn us together. And I think she also had like problems like building friendships in college and high school because she was more of a study type of person than like a socializing person. Whereas when I was in college, not high school, when I was in college, I was more of a socialized and like study, so I didn't graduate. But anyways, like that didn't matter. And it's really important to have people around you that don't care if you don't have the same trajectory as they do, in a sense. So, and that doesn't mean like self-depreciating or having bad habits, but so what if you went to college and this person didn't? That doesn't make them a horrible person. You can still be friends with them. But back to the story. We were roommates. Everything was going great. We did things together. We hung out, but her schedule was different. Our work schedule was different. So by the time I got home from my day, she wasn't home yet. And I would cook, I would clean, I would like socialize with one roommate that was there. And honestly, I'm a sleepy girl and I love me some naps. So after I go to work and I come home, when I eat, I'm gonna lay down. And unfortunately, she didn't understand that. And I also didn't communicate that. And I also didn't like even try to communicate that or convey that anyways. I'm just like, I'm asleep, leave it alone. That's it. So anyways, that like started causing a rift in our relationship, I think, a bit. And then also I felt that sometimes, you know, she could be a little bit controlling, and I always wanted to like plan things, and we only did things that she wanted to do. But also too, again, like I didn't communicate anything either. I was just going with the flow. I was just there. And I think what kind of hurt me, because I felt like we were getting closer, was that she, like the times where we planned to hang out together, she would invite someone else. But like I genuinely believe like it was not of malice. It was just like, oh, let me have this person with us as well, because why not? The more the merrier. I think her main motive is like to have a friend group, whereas in my head, I'm like, I don't do well in friend groups. I always feel like I'm like left out, or I'm the one that, you know, everyone secretly doesn't like, which is a problem in itself. And so I always thought, well, I just need one best friend, maybe two, and that's it. And that's how I sabotage. Anyways, you know, like I always felt like if I'm with someone and they invite somebody else, I automatically fall into the third wheel position. And I think that's just something I assigned myself to. And it doesn't actually fit reality. But anyways, the whole problem started with miscommunication and feeling like, okay, well, I don't fit in, or I don't fit. I'm the third wheel. You know, nobody wants to just be around me. There has to be other people to like buffer and fill in, when that's probably not true, but that's just how I felt. And I come to realize like the way I feel is wrong. My emotions were wrong. They weren't justified. There was no reason to feel that way. And I have to remodel the way that I express my emotions, and also how I process my emotions into what I feel. So back into the story, it's just like, well, you know, I feel like overall, even though like the relationship ended up being where I completely avoided her, because I'm like a conflict avoider, and that turned into just like completely anxious, avoiding anything that could even possibly happen, positive or negative. I'm scared, I'm gonna go hide, I'm in the hermit mode, you know, hermit card. And I felt like I needed to protect myself, because I ended up pushing every single person away from me, like all my roommates. And I felt alone, but I made myself feel alone. I want to reiterate that it's like, people try to reach out to me, people try to invite me to things, people try to include me, and I decided my accountability is admitting that I decided not to participate when I should have. And my excuse was always like, I'm tired, I'm sleepy. And I find like sleep is my cope mechanism. And I really have to restructure that as well. But, you know, after like moving states and moving away and avoiding other people, and there's no communication, like I don't know how to get in contact with people. I don't know how to tell them like I'm sorry and really make amends and actually seek closure or fix my relationships that I wish I could have kept and had. And there's so many other instances of having friends where I just completely bottled up my emotions, and I completely pushed them away to the point where like now I have nothing left. And I see a lot of people that I was so close friends with, you know, getting married, having kids, you know, moving to different states, being happy in relationships, and it's just like, wow, I wish I could have been there for them, and I can't. I'm not, and I don't feel like it's my place to reach out and say like, can I show up to this when I'm not even a part of their life in that stage anymore? And it's really hard to like grasp that, and I just don't know how to move forward with new friendships. Like, how do I show up for people? How do I support people in a way that's like healthy, like as a friend should, but also maybe like doing a little bit more extra. Like, I'm okay with, you know, like anything really. I just wish I had a person, someone to talk to about anything. Like, I don't have to have friends that are my therapists. Like, I just want to talk, just have somebody to call, like show me a cute little outfit, show them my new little lip combo, like I'm wearing makeup again, look, hey, like nothing. I have nobody. So my question is like, how do I fix this? How do I get friends? How do I keep friends? Real genuine people. And